Hey guys, this is just a quick branch vlog because this branch was a short one. If you watched the previous one, you'll remember near the end I'll say I was moving on to the sell and trade widgets, but it was just a small section, so yeah, I didn't think it would take very long. So yeah, and this branch vlog is 0.1.8.6, and I'll just go over the changes I've done quickly. So the top one, PDW holster walking, not version 3. It's an issue with, it's working now, but when you walk and unholster, though not perfect, you see there is something there, like you see the movement or the animation rather than it just appear in his hands and then appear in his back, appear in his hands, appear in his back. Yeah, so it was just getting that in place. Issue not being able to click on the throw and sell widgets. Yeah, two slightly different problems. One for a sell, one was a bit different. One for the throw was a bit different. If I show you it, let's hope I can get two of the same item here, but I won't be able to. 1 second. Let's see if I can get it to do on the RNG. Oh, look at that, perfect. Right click, throw widget pops up. You can go plus, minus, plus. I need to make that non-hit testable maybe somewhere to make it a bit slicker. But yeah, and there we go, and you cancel it and you drop it, done, fine. Originally that popped up but you couldn't touch it, and it was because on the main widget I'm working on a weapon rank system, a bit like the World of Warcraft thing where if you use a weapon for a long period of time you would skill up and then you get better and better and more proficient with the weapon. Yeah, an element of that was invisible, hidden, and the main thing was non-hit testable self when I needed it to be non-hit testable self in children. So that's why I couldn't interact with that widget, because it was exactly where the other one was overlapping. So that's why that works now. Change that. Here, bug not being able to pull through an offered items widget. Changed it from version, I guess like version 1 to version 2 on the items, and I was trying to figure out for the life of me why it wasn't working. I got the offered item blueprint, I believe it is in character, trader. Here, I changed that from just using the inventory, kind of doing like a you feed the variable, the inventory, you feed the blueprint, the inventory variable, and then just work from the inventory variable. Instead, I've fed the blueprint the protagonist variable and pull the inventory from that. So pretty much the source will always be your character, rather than the source in this case being just the inventory that's already connected to your main character. I wanted to create like a unified process. So I changed all that, and I thought that was the problem because that used to be inventory there, and then you click on the widget and for whatever reason it was just showing up blank. I think if you watched that video I actually show you the example, the previous vlog one, but if I play it, here we go, crack it open, there you go, and then we've got this, he's selling loads of stuff like that. Originally these are all white, and then when you press buy it does the access non-variable because there's nothing there to access. I eventually, after trying all the different elements of the trade thing, I thought, you know what, I wonder if it's actually on like the character, like the blueprint right here in the world, and it is. These are all none, and that's why it was none. So if I do it now, none, buy, and then I get the none error. Well, there you go, it pops up on my other screen, but you get the little thing there. So put that back to health, save that. That was that issue. This issue, sorry, I should have highlighted it again. Issue with the sell widget not working. Sell widget, throw widget, very similar. The sell widget, when I went to sell, it was making this trade widget kind of like a grey overlay, but it wasn't popping up, and it wasn't like it was behind it, because this is a bit, the opacity is like, it's got like a lower alpha, so you can see through it. Wasn't that, thought it was that, wasn't that. The issue was, in the sell widget, oh, it's like a wall of text. wall of squares, Sell Widget. Here in the graph, oh, where were you? Don't think you see it was in the action menu, sorry, the thing that pops up when you do, like, you can right click sell. The issue was here. Is this a sell one? Throw sell. Right there. That was like that. So that still works, great. But now we're setting the action menu to be visible. So that to be visible. But that's already visible, so it didn't do anything. So it did it, but there was no tangible difference, so you couldn't tell. So I'll wide it up to be the throwaway widget. And now let's pray we get more than one of an item. Oh, look at that. RNG. Gods are on my side today. Right click, throw away. But if we go in here, right click sell. And there we go. You got like add. Change the variable, because originally that was set to 0. So even though that was 1, that was 0. So when I do 2, that will become 10. But by default it was 0. So I just told it by default do 1 and 1. So it matches, nice and tidy. So that'll give me 20 credits. That needs to be updated because that's actually referencing my inventory here. But it works. I just need to do a little update, pass on the credits, pull in the credits where it's stored in the inventory blueprint, do like an update trigger when I buy something or sell something there to that. So that's the little thing I can fix easy enough. So that's that one. 136. Not showing the sell value on creation. That I just talked about that actually. Originally that was 0, and that was because the sell amount, not on this one, on the sell widget, the sell amount was 0 here rather than 1. So yeah, that's this branch. The next branch I did talk over, the one I was excited to do it at the end of this video, the last branch vlog, that after sell and trade it would be zombies indoors. I've got the door logic working on the version 1. I need to tidy it up, so get the character to kind of do the illusion of like 2 steps forward on the first person camera. Just think Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3 going through the doors with a bit of sound, bit of first person camera movement. That's what I'm going for. So yeah, when I've completed this branch with the zombie idol, the idle sprites for every single, it should be enemies really, every single enemy, I'll do the next branch update. But yeah, this is this one, version 0.1.8.6, sell and trade branch. Nice little quick one to, yeah, just finish off till we get to like all the cool, creating all the cool little zombie ideas, enemy ideas. Yeah, thank you for watching.